Hello, we are back. So, today we have Quintus Prime, and I will say, I think I like the figure more than I thought I would. I like his colors, you know. He does have legs underneath there, in case you didn't notice. He's not all tentacles. The tentacles make like a skirt sort of situation. I don't know, kind of weird. And he's got these extra, like articulated tentacles, and you could put stuff in there, like you can hold stuff with that. I like to kind of just sit them behind him to make him a bit more flush, but anyways. Yeah, so there's a lot of paint, as you can see. Interesting head sculpt, some purple, kind of darker green in there. Not too much going on in the back. That's gonna end up being the cockpit essentially. It looks like it's got some kind of maybe Cybertronian writing. It's pretty small. I don't know if you could. If it's Cybertronian, I mean, presumably you could like translate it, but I don't know if I'm not gonna do all that. Anyway, lift everything out of the way. Let's get a look at his legs if you really want to. Those are his legs. They're all clear. He's got like 4 toes, kind of weird feet. Now that bulb in the middle there. In fact, actually, let's open up the cockpit real quick if I can get it open. It's not easy getting this thing open. That's the I believe it's called the Ember Stone, something like that. Take it out, and there it is. I believe this is the only accessory he comes with. I guess it's like his logo on there. I don't really know. But he can hold it, you know. You can even have this, tentacle hold it if you want. If that's what you want to do. Let's get into the articulation real quick, shall we? Now, and then also it's important to note when you do take it out, you lose that like bulb in the middle, so it looks a little empty, which is kind of weird. So keep that in mind. Anyway, his head, as you can see, there's like a ball joint in there. It looks up okay. It can look down a little tiny bit. Got a little bit of tilting on there, maybe. I feel like if you look closely, that like brownish piece, it does wiggle in there. See that? I don't know if that's like a transformation thing or if that's some kind of joint. I think it rotates in that thing back there, I think. I don't know, you get like a little bit of wiggle on that. It's very weird. I'm not sure what's up with that, but anyways. Shoulders. You can use that transformation joint, get it up pretty high, you know. You have like the regular shoulder, which goes out as much as, about what, 90 degrees or whatever. Bicep swivel. 90-degree elbow bend. You can rotate the wrist if you like. They're kind of stiff, but anyways. Waist twist. Yeah, the tentacles, you can rotate them around like that, and as you can see, there's like a hinge there as well. Each of these, there's 2 sections here. You can move them up. Each side piece is 1 piece. You can flip them up or whatever. The back piece is 1 piece. The legs, they go forward and out and back, pretty much as you're gonna need them to. You can move the skirt pieces out of the way, so it works, you know. Rotation at the knee. Speaking of which, you get 90 degrees at the knee, and I think the ankle will give you decent backward movement. Not really any front, like forward movement, but you get a decent, well, you get a pretty crazy tilt there, actually. But anyway, let's get a quick measurement. See what we're working with here. So, he's gonna be a little bit under 6 inches actually, from where I'm looking at. From your angle, it looks a little weird, but the tippy top of his weird spiky head is like just under 6 inches, just barely under 6 inches, and to the top of his, I guess you'd call that a cowl, maybe? It's like 6 1/4, I guess. Anyways, we'll do comparisons in the robot mode. Here's his buddies there. I just kind of got some figures that I had, you know, nearby. Masterpiece Barricade I kind of had lying around for some reason. There you are. Where is Handy Dandy Ultraman, who I think is a good one for comparisons because he's pretty close to 1/12 scale. Anyways, so he's about an Ultraman. He's pretty close to height an Ultraman. Pretty good. Now, let's get him transformed and we'll check out his weird vehicle mode. Alright, so here's his vehicle mode. It's kind of weird. It's like a spaceship, but it also looks like a squid, which is so odd, but kind of like it. Measure it out real quick in case you want to know how long he is. It's looking like just about 8 inches, maybe just under it. Anyway, so here he is. Basically, you just put his arms up, like as you can see, you know what I mean? And then basically the legs, you just kind of collapse them in a weird way, and then the flaps just tab in. Pretty simple transformation, but I mean it works, you know, it's kind of an interesting design. So it's also kind of weird about this. If you notice, these tentacles kind of peg in, sorta like right there and there. Now the instructions also tell you, as an extra option, you can unpeg them, and basically I think it just tells you to orient them like that, essentially, I guess. I mean, like, yeah, that is an option. I mean, neither option is really, one is just like they're folded up that way, and the other way they're just like not folded. I mean, I don't know, I'll probably just leave it this way, really. Actually, I think technically they're oriented this way in the instructions. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever the heck you want with the tentacles. I don't know, it's like a squid thing. Squid's gonna have tentacles. I don't know what to tell you. But there it is. It looks I mean, I don't know, I kind of like it. Now let's open up that cockpit one more time. Which, by the way, you do actually have some screens and buttons and everything. As you can see, like a little dial slider thing in there, you know. It's kind of interesting. So, not much, but I do appreciate that. So it kind of looks like a cockpit. I mean, some of it. Anyways, we take the Ember Stone and we can plug that right back in. Close that back up, and now he's being piloted by a rock or something. I don't know. It's very odd. I guess that's all there is to really say about the figure. He's a squid. He's a green squid guy. Quintus Prime. How many primes do we even need? I think we're almost there, right? To get to 13? We must be getting close. I feel like we're getting close. Kind of lost count, to be honest with you. But I kind of thought he looked weird in the pictures, but I got him on hand. I was like, yeah, I kind of like him. Kind of a squid guy. Kind of weird, but I kind of dig this one. Some of the other 13 primes I wasn't super crazy about, but this one's okay. Overall, like, okay, like if you were like a big like Quintus Prime fan, I would say sure, go for it, definitely get it. He's at Big Red Toy Store in stock right now, $28. I think he's good. If you're just thinking about picking up all the 13 primes, overall, I think it's okay. I think the character designs are like okay. If you really, I mean, if you look at them and if you're digging the designs, then yeah, I recommend them. They're pretty solid. It's just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. It's the 13 primes. They're fine. It works for what it is. And I'm still excited to see the rest, you know. Because I know there's still, I think, a couple we still need, so. Yeah, excited to see the rest of this 13 lineup, and let me know your thoughts on that.